Hi everyone, welcome to Econ 2302 Principles of Microeconomics. My name is Dr. Bayanpur Tehrani. I know my last name is long, so I go with the first part of my last name, Bayanpur. I'm a full-time faculty here at Lone Star College, Scyther, and I've been teaching here for 10 years, more than 10 years now. Very, very excited to work with every single one of you this fall semester. I'm looking forward to have a great class with all of you guys. And I wanted actually to introduce myself in this video and talk to you about some of our class policies, what you can expect, and how you can navigate through our D12 because this is an online course, so everything will be online. So I wanted actually to spend some time talking about that. So welcome if you are a new student in our college, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy your time here with us. And if you are our returning student, welcome back. So let me first start with talking about the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics, and then I will show you some of the stuff on D12. So for those of you who took macroeconomics, let me start with macro. You will find the first 5 chapters in our class very, very similar, exactly actually the same as your macro class, because these are the topics that are common between micro and macro, like cost, benefit, demand, supply, public goods, things like that. So we basically start our classes, I should say, in both micro and macro with these topics because these are the foundations of economics in general. And then when we start chapter 6, we're focused on micro topics, okay? So what is the difference between micro and macro? And probably you heard about them. So in macroeconomics, we're focused on a country's economy. We talk about topics like GDP, unemployment rate, inflation rate. We talk about Federal Reserve as a central bank in the United States, fiscal policy, monetary policy. So anything that is related to a country's economy is macro. So we look at the economy as a whole. In our class, micro, however, we look into the economy in more detail. So we are focused on businesses, how they behave, how they operate. We look into different companies. We look at profit maximization in different markets because we will talk about different markets we have in microeconomics. So if you want to have your own business in the future, this is a great course for you to take. So hopefully by the end of this semester, you can relate the type of product that you are using, that you are planning to make, or the type of service you want to provide in the future with the correct market we have in microeconomics. So in micro, we're more focused on businesses, firms, market, specific event product. In both micro and macro, we use a little bit of math. I know that we don't like some of us, we don't like math, but I try to explain and make everything simpler for us to understand in my videos and in my handouts, okay? We use lots of charts, graphs, formulas, and as I said, math in both micro and macro because they just help us to understand economic topics a little bit better, okay? So that's why we use them. But don't be afraid of math because again, we're going to simplify everything here in our class. Okay, now that I explained about the difference between micro and macro, let me show you where you can find the course materials, okay? So basically, pretty much everything will be under the content tab. So if you click under the content tab, I have this start here module that tells you where to start. So first I want you to read the syllabus. Let me know if you have any question. I'll try to actually briefly talk about the syllabus in this video, but you can learn more about the syllabus when you read it. And let me know if you have any question. If you are fine with everything on the syllabus, no question, then you can move on to the next module where you can find here under the student. This is the syllabus module. I have it open here. I will show you in a second. And then you will go to the student memorandum module. And this is the place that you can download it, you can print it, and then you can write your name here, and then you are going to sign it with your student ID here, date it, By signing the student memorandum, you are telling me that you do not have any question about the syllabus, you understood all the policies in this class, and you are committed to follow basically the policies, okay, that we have in our class. When you are done signing it, and I'm going to jump from one tab to another tab on D12, but I will come back to content tab, but I just want to show you where you can upload your signed student memorandum form. So you go to course activities, you click on assignments, and then here is the folder for student or Dropbox for student memorandum. So you go there, you upload it, you are done. So this is the very first thing that I want you to do. Read the syllabus and sign the student memorandum. I will explain about the other folders that we have here in a second, and I actually plan to record a separate video talking about our paper. So definitely watch for that. I will try to post it in the first or second week of our class. So I'm going to explain more about the term paper and topics I put here. But let me go back to the content tab because I want to show you where you can also find the videos and the lecture notes. So I try to have the weekly kind of modules here, which will tell you what we do every week. So if you go to week number 1, it says that welcome, and we study chapter 1 this week. And then you can find the lecture note for chapter 1 here. And these are helpful videos that I linked for you that I found on YouTube. But I also have another video that I recorded by myself that I added here. So for every week, you can find some videos that I found on YouTube and also some videos that I recorded for you. And also there are some handouts that I created for you, especially if there is a problem solving kind of concept. So I will show you like a step-by-step what you should do. Let's say for chapter 10, or let's see if I can find anything here. Actually, I think I should go to 11. Okay, like for instance, for the shutdown case, I created a video going like a step by step how you can do the math for shutdown case, or let me go back again. Handouts. I also have handouts here for shutdown case. I showed you in the video. Also, I try to explain everything, like again, step by step, how you should solve that question. Okay, so hopefully you find them helpful. So I also have longer videos that I will include them in my weekly emails that I send you, where I talk over the lecture notes. Let's say, let's go back to week 1. Then you can watch a video where I talk over the lecture notes. These are longer videos, so depending on your preference, if you're fine with longer videos, some students hate long videos. So if you don't like them, you can skip them, but I will also post them here in week 1 for all the weeks. I'm still working, as I said, on my classes. But I will also share them here, and I will also share them in my weekly email, so you can also find them in a quicker kind of way when you're clicking on the link in the email. But if you do not like long videos, so you can just go and watch my shorter videos that I share with you for every week. And let me know, of course, if you have any question. Remember that you can always learn more by reading the textbook. Even my lecture notes are summary version of the book. So I highly, highly recommend you guys to read the book for every single chapter, okay? That's how I have my notes, okay, from the textbook. So speaking of textbook, let me show you how you can find the textbook. So if you go again to week 1, actually I have to switch here. If you go to week 1, oh, actually, sorry, you don't have to go to week 1. If you go to the McGraw-Hill folder, McGraw-Hill is the name of the publisher of our textbook, okay? And if you click on the McGraw-Hill folder, it will take you here, okay? Of course, the dates are not right. I am still working on them. But this is the place where you can find homework, electronic textbook. The access basically to the textbook is through here, McGraw-Hill folder. I always get this question that should I buy a new textbook? The answer is yes. because we use the publisher software, which is called Connect Plus. It's very, very similar to Pearson's lab, like Math Lab, Chemistry Lab. So I know that many of my colleagues in business and accounting, they use also Connect. So you might be familiar with that. But I also provided some links for you in the syllabus. Let me show you where you can use them to kind of, so this is the syllabus that I have. This is where you can find the assignments, textbook, all the information about the textbook. So these are the links that I provided for you where you can click on them and learn more about Connect, okay? But it's really, really easy. So if you go to homework number 1, just click on homework number 1. It will take you to Connect, this Connect Plus that I'm talking about. Of course, mine will look different than yours because I already have an account there. So as soon as I press launch, it will take me to the assignment. But for you guys, it will ask you to set up your account. So please use your Lone Star email address, choose a password that you want. And when you are signing up, please use the same name and last name as your Lone Star accounts, because my roster will be synced to Connect. So whatever you do on Connect in terms of grades, it will pop up in D12 gradebook. If the last names are completely different or off, then they're not synced, okay? So please use your name and last name as is appeared on Lone Star, on your Lone Star accounts, okay? Then these two, D12 and Connect, will be synced, okay? So set up your account. Remember, you have 14 days free access to D12, to Connect. So you have time to get the book for 2 weeks, even more than 2 weeks. I mean, you don't miss anything, of course, because you have an access for free for 14 days. Then after that, of course, you need to purchase the access code. And then you will have the access to Connect for the entire semester. You need this Connect because everything will be online, assignments, exams, electronic textbook, everything will be on Connect. So you need to buy account for Connect. Again, you do not need to, okay, let me explain the two packages that we have on Connect. So the cheaper kind of package will be the one that comes with this Connect that I'm talking about, an electronic textbook. The second package is a slightly more expensive, which has electronic textbook Connect and a hard copy of the book. So depending on your preference, you can purchase either of these packages, okay? If you really like me and you want to have the hard copy, but you want to buy a more affordable package, I will recommend you guys to go with the cheapest package, which is just electronic textbook and Connect, and then borrow the older kind of edition of the textbook, the hard copy of the textbook from the library. They are pretty much the same. They didn't really change. The older editions are pretty still much the same as the current edition that we're using. So you should be really fine. But again, if you can afford it and you really want to have the hard copy, just go ahead and buy that package. But anyway, you need to buy this Connect Plus that I'm talking about because everything will be there, okay? So after 14 days, please buy the access code so then you can continue working on your assignments, exams, and whatnot. There will be two types of, let me go back to my folder. There will be two different types of homework. So the ones that are called homework are the graded ones, the one that I care about. But we do have a very cool feature also on Connect. I do not have it here, that are called the Smart Books. Smart Books are summary version. I will add them, of course, later. As I said, I'm still working on your D2 on our D12. So Smart Books are just reading from each chapter that are directly from the textbook. So that's the good way for you basically to read each chapter. I try to keep them short. So you spend like, let's say 30 minutes and you are done reading one chapter. They are interactive. So it will ask you a question. If you get the question right, you can move on to the next section. If you get it wrong, it will take you back to the textbook, make sure that you understand it better. So these are smart books that I'm talking about. They do not have any grade, but I highly, highly recommend them to you. They are optional, basically. In terms of grade, I only care about homework, okay? And I try also to, as you can see, I try to highlight it here that no, they are not graded, but they are optional, but recommended, okay? I think I explained pretty much everything about the homework and also textbook. So please go ahead and set up your account on Connect as soon as you can. If you have the money, buy the account. If you are still waiting for financial aid, that's fine. Use the free access. And as soon as you get the money, please purchase the code. If you have any problem getting it even after 14 days, let me know. I might be able to help. We do have a paper for our class. I will explain more about the paper, as I said, in a separate video, but I need to actually to have your topics before you write the paper. Start thinking about the topic that you like to choose even today. This is a micro class, so your topic should be microeconomics. So basically, you need to talk about anything that is micro, okay? Anything that interests you. You can talk about the economy of a company. You can talk about a specific market. I always tell my students that try to pick a topic that you really like, then you are able to write a better actually paper. If you don't like your topic, it shows all throughout your paper, trust me, okay? So try to find something that interests you, that makes you excited about it. I know that you're writing it for a grade, but just think about it this way, that, okay, I want to get a good grade, but I also want to be entertained and I want to learn something. So pick an interesting topic. Okay. Demand and supply is not a topic. It should be micro. Demand supply is common between micro and macro. So your topic should be microeconomics. Okay. I need your topics by the end of September, and I need the completed paper by November 18th. Again, watch the video that I'm going to record for you later on about the topic and about the paper. But I tried to come up with some suggestion about the topic. But again, anything related to a specific market, let's say you want to write about why Amazon is becoming this kind of giant monopolies. That's a micro topic that you can write about. You can talk about a specific market, okay? You can write about the housing market and how it changed through over time, let's say in Houston, or before, after pandemic, or I don't know, before or after Harvey. Okay, so these are all micro topics. I'm just throwing some ideas at you to get ideas about the topic, about the paper. Definitely check out the textbook after chapter 6. Okay, also you can watch news. Okay, you can write about a topic that might be related to the economy of a city, market, or a specific company. They are all micro topics, okay? But it's completely up to you. So again, I will have a separate video for that because it will be too long. Another thing that we do in terms of our class is discussions. So we do not have discussions every week, but we do have discussions every other week, every 2 weeks. So if you go to collaboration tab, click on discussions, then you should be able to see our discussions here. So we have 6 discussions total for our class. You have 1 week. I forgot actually to also mention that you always have 1 week for assignments on Connect. So all the assignments will be open on a Monday and they will be due the following Monday. So you always have 1 week to do them. You have 2 attempts for each homework. When the deadline passes, it's done. You cannot redo that. And the reason that I cannot open it is because I put homework on study mode. So after the deadline, they go on a study mode. So you can go back to the homework, look for the answers, look for where you got it wrong, and have some practice over it. So if you miss it, no, I'm not going to open it. Don't ask me. Please, please, please do it on time. You have 1 week. I will drop the lowest homework grade at the end of the semester. So you should be fine. And you can easily get A for homework because you have 1 week. You can look at the textbook. You can look at the notes. So you can easily get good grades. Same thing for paper. Just follow the instruction for the paper. You can get easily A. Same thing for discussions. Just don't miss the discussions. You can get good grade for your discussion. This is how the discussion works. So I raise a question in discussion. And I have to actually adjust this because I kind of changed this while I'm talking to you. So for each discussion, I raise the question and then I want you to provide a response or answer for that question. And you will get 50 points when you do that. And then you need to go back to the discussion board and read your friends' responses to the question and provide at least one feedback for one of your friends in class, and then you can get another 50 points. But there is some sort of a restriction in terms of your responses. When you are writing your answer, first of all, you cannot see your friends' answers unless you post your own answer first, okay? Your answer should not be less than 200 words. And if you are using sources for your answer, please provide the sources at the end, okay? We all use internet, we all use textbooks, which is absolutely fine, but source them at the end of your discussion. And then when you are writing a feedback for a friend in class, your response should not be less than 100 words. Otherwise, you're going to lose points, okay? So pay attention to that. And try to avoid writing, oh, I love your answer. Oh, I agree with you. Why you agree with your friend? Why you disagree with your friend, okay? Try to elaborate a little bit more. This is an online class, right? So it's really, really hard to sometimes have that community, but I think discussion board is a place that kind of connects everybody, okay? So, and you can learn from other people, right? So we do not have discussion every week, but again, you have 1 week to provide your responses and also your feedback for your friends. Again, discussions will be open on a Monday. They will be closed the following Monday. So you have always 1 week to work on your discussions, okay? We do have 2 exams, a midterm exam and final exam. They are proctored. They will be on Connect. You do not have to come to campus. You have few days to take midterm and final. There will be a lockdown browser when you open the exam. Make sure you have good internet connection. Make sure you have a webcam. If you have any problem with your computer, please come to OTS on our campus and check out a laptop. The OTS is on our campus is located in Tech Building, first floor. So do not let the technology hold you back. And I do not accept any excuses in terms of technology because we have the resources for you. So just use them, okay? They're free. So you need to have a webcam. There will be a lockdown browser. Make sure you have a good connection. If you do not have a good connection at home, please come to campus. Go to the library, go to one of the open labs we have on our campus and take your test there. You really don't have to take it at home if you do not have a reliable internet or reliable computer, okay? Again, you have few days to take midterm exam and final. For midterm and final, you can have 1 to 2 pages of notes. But before you start the test, I want you to show them to the camera. Then you can start. You can have the formulas. You can have like a formula sheet and 1 to 2 pages of notes, okay? Um, and that's it, okay? The exams are timed, so pay attention to your time. Nobody is watching you when you are taking the test. Trust me, the test will be recorded. Yes, I will go and watch like videos like when you are done. But by the time that you are taking it, nobody's watching you. So just be relaxed, be yourself. Um, I will get red flags when there are lots of like movements in the room, if your camera is off, if there are lots of noises in the background, I do get like red flags. But other than that, you should be fine, seriously. Again, nobody's watching you. I know it says proctored, but nobody's really watching you. Exams will be multiple choice true false. As I said, they're timed. I also wanted to mention something. Oh, and as soon as you're done with the test, you should be able to see your grade on the gradebook in D12, but after the deadline, you should be able to see your answers. So the answers will be locked till the deadline, but after the deadline, it will be available to you. So then you should go back and you can go back and check your answers, see where you got right or wrong, and review basically the test, okay? And another thing about the test is that try to take them on time. As I said, you have few days to take them. Typically, you have the weekend. So not typically, always you have the weekend to work on it. So if you miss it, if you miss the deadline for the midterm exam or for the midterm exam, and if you have like a college approved excuse, I can arrange a makeup test for you. But please just don't tell me, oh, I forgot about the midterm. That's not a good excuse. I know it's honest, but it is your responsibility to mark all the deadlines on your calendar. And I will send reminders in my weekly emails and announcements. So you should not miss it. Okay. But it's life happens. And if you have a reason for missing the test, I can arrange the makeup. And this is how the makeup, I cannot do it for final, by the way, because the final, and I will give you more time for the final. I think I gave you like 5 days to take the final. And the reason for that is it will happen during the final weeks, and all the faculty, um, we all have a deadline for submitting our grades because the fall semester ends quickly and then it's Christmas break. So I cannot arrange any final. Okay. But for the midterm exam, if God forbid something happens, family emergency, sickness, whatnot. So again, if you have a college approved excuse for missing the test, I will arrange a makeup. And here is how the makeup actually works. So the makeup won't be online. So you are going to go to one of our testing center. If Cypher campus is close to you, so you go there. If UP is closer to you, depending on which campus or where you live, basically in the city, you can go to one of the testing centers in our college. But before you go, you have to make an appointment with the testing center. Of course, you email me first that, okay, Dr. Bayanpour, okay, Miss Bayanpour, I missed the midterm because of this. If I approve and I respond to you, you are going to make an appointment at the testing center. And the reason that I'm telling you to make an appointment is because most of our testing centers are short staff. So they need to kind of know how many students are coming over every day. So please make an appointment. Let me know which day and time you are going. Then I'm going to send your test to the testing center. It will be a written test. So they're going to print it out and they will give it to you. Have your student ID with you because they're going to match if you are the right person to take the test. And then you can take the test and they will email the test back to me. Okay, so this is how the makeup would work. So hopefully everybody can take it on time. But again, life happens, right? Contact me as soon as you miss the test. If it's more than 48 hours, I won't be able to arrange anything for you. That's the policy in my class. It's also on the syllabus. So hopefully we don't have any problem in terms of that, in terms of the test, okay? I think I pretty much covered everything. If you have any question, if I missed anything, please just let me know. Again, welcome. I'm looking forward to work with every single one of you, and I'm certain that we will have a great semester together. Remember, communication is the key. If there is anything, if there is any question, any concern, please email me. I know this is an online class, so we don't see each other that often, but if you need to arrange a WebEx with me, online meeting with me, please feel free to shoot me an email. I will be, of course, on campus this semester. I do have face-to-face classes that I teach, but the best way to communicate with me is through email. Remember, I might not be in my office, so if you call and I miss it, it's because I'm doing something on campus. But if you want to meet me, we can always arrange something online. I know this is an online class and I'm not expecting you to come to campus, but if you want to meet me, I'm available also online. Okay. So welcome again. Good luck and take care.